In less than 10 minutes, you should be done with this style. Yes. Okay, so come, let me show you how you can make it. So for this style today, you need between 1.5 to 2 yards of fabric. Actually, you need 1.5, but you know, you have to be safe, right? So just buy 2 yards, all right? So the first thing you want to do is to measure from your center back to where you want the end of the blouse to stop. For me, mine is going to be 21 inches. So I just measure from my center back to my desired sleeve length. Next, fold your 2 yards into 2, just like this. Can you see? Then after that, you're going to fold it over diagonally like a cone. Yes, a perfect triangle, just like you're seeing on your screen. Can you see? You can see now. All right. So you see why I say you need 1.5. You see the SS there is better like that. So this is the center back. It's on the fold. However, if you don't want center back on the fold, it's good. Then this part here is going to be the front. Then this is going to be the shoulder area. And then this side is going to be the side. All right. So the first thing is to measure that 21 inches from the center like so to that point. So I mark the 21 inches. And then from that point, you're going to measure how wide you want the sleeve to be. I want mine to be 11.5. So from that point, I just, in an angle, I measure the 11.5, just like this. But the original style we are doing, the sleeve was a bit wide. So you may want to have yours wide like that. If you want it exactly like that, just from where you measure the sleeve, you can measure how wide the opening is going to be. You can have it straight like this. Can you see? That is how they did the original style, but I don't want mine that wide. Okay, so the next is to pull the neck. For the neck width, I'm going to make it to be 3.5 inches. So everything I'm measuring now is starting from the center back, that is from that folded part. Then the neck depth for the back, I'm making it to be 2 inches, and I'm going to just connect like this. The front neckline is a V-neck, so you measure how deep you want it. You can do 7.5, but I made mine to be 8 inches, just as you can see. So you also measure where you want the cuff at the hem to start from. You can start that from 21 or 20, depends on where you want the opening to be. Don't make it too open, but anyway, if it's too open, you can always close it further even after you are done. All right, so next I mark the center joining allowance, which is 1 inch away from the folded edge. Then the neckline in front is a V neckline, like I said, but I don't want to rule it so that we will not go and mistakenly butcher it together with the back. So when we are done, we can put the shape. Okay, so you can see, you can put the shape. It's a V neckline, just like you can see. So the next thing now is just for us to cut this out. But before then, from where you want the cuff to start from, just curve it all the way to the hemline. If you want it longer, you can take it all the way down further. You know, the length is very long, but depending on what you want, you can see the way I just did mine. Okay, so go ahead and curve it. If you also want the center back to be longer than center front, you can cut it like this, you know. Just play around it and just get the shape you want. But you can see the way I've done mine. I cut both the front and the back exactly the same way, just that the front is going to have joining. If you also like, you can make the back too to have joining. In fact, that is how the original style was done. So you just push them together so that the back will not be on the fold. But I want my own back to be on the fold. So the first neckline I cut is the back neckline. Then I lift that folded part up so that I can cut the front neckline now. Can you see? Very easy. So this is the front neckline, and this is what we have. Next is to cut the sleeve. Like I said, you can adjust the wideness of the sleeve the way you like it. I also smoothen the edges. It's not necessary, but I just want it very straight at that point. And that is exactly what I did. And this is it. We are done cutting. Can you believe that? It is so easy. Even though it's stylish, it's very easy to make. I told you, in less than 10 minutes, you should be done with this style. So next, you open it up like this. Can you see how it is? So this is the back neckline. Then just fold it like this so that you can align the front neckline right on top of it. Take your time, arrange it well. So you can see this is how it is. Then you do the same thing to the second side. So this is how it is. You can see the V neckline, very beautiful. Even the V at the down part curving nicely. So the next thing you want to do, we are going to join the center front, and then you join the shoulders. You hem the sleeve opening, then you hem like you hem the hem line. So you hem, the first thing I would do is to hem the sleeve opening, then close the shoulder. Do the same thing to the second side, pipe the neckline with bias, then I will now close the center front. I think closing the center front is the last thing I will do. So now let's go to the sewing machine and start sewing. So pay attention to the sewing. First, I will hem the sleeve opening. That's the first thing I'll do. Meanwhile, I already weave around the edges. So I'm just going to sew it just like you're seeing. So when you're done with one, you do the same thing to the second one. Then after that, you're going to sew the shoulders together. Remember, when you're done with one shoulder, you repeat the same thing to the second shoulder. And I'm sewing with 1/2 inch seam allowance. So next, you're going to pipe the neckline with your bias, starting from the center front. You sew round to the back neckline, then back to the other center front. Next, cut off the excess bias, turn the bias to the wrong side, and then top stitch on it. When that is done, the next thing is to hem the down part of the blouse. Like I said, I already weave it, so I'm just bending it once. You can also pipe it with bias, okay? If you're finding it difficult to sew, you know it's a bit curvy, so you may want to pipe it with bias, but because I already weave, so I'm just stitching once. So I bend it to the wrong side and I'm sewing with 1/2 inch or a little lesser than half. When you reach the center back, it can be a bit tricky, but don't worry. Just sew it like that, then you can go back and to make the V sharp, sew it like a dart, you know, at the center back so that the V will be sharp. So now I'm done sewing the down part, just like you can see. So the last thing now is just to fold it together like this, and then you close the center front. So look at it. Mash it together like that, and then you close the center front. So this is what I was telling you. When you're closing the center front, if you think the length in front is too high, maybe you're showing your navel and you want to close it more, you can still do that so that you will not be wearing singlet with it. Just close it more than where you initially plan it to stop. And that is basically it. Our top is ready. Go ahead, iron it. Give it a good press, and you've just made yourself a beautiful top. I love the outcome of this top. It fits me so very well. Thank you so much, my sweet skins. If you are not following me yet, please click the follow button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please click the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. So sweet and stay sweet. Sitting up, pepe rempe, pepe
This top
rempe.
is so stylish. I know you can agree to that. Can you see me? You can rock in any way you like. Yes. If you don't wear trouser, you can rock it with skirt, straight skirt. I don't want straight skirt anyway, but I'm going to wear it with one body pump top that I have. So maybe it will look like skirt, Abby. Okay. So which one is giving your vibe? This? Oh, me.